that worked. That's worked. Cool. Upload. Alright, so. TU were good in scrims last week. Right? But last week, TM were the best team in EMEA. And they proved that. They proved that yesterday a little bit, didn't they? With the ESL Saudi win. So, TU's scrim results remain strong. They remain high. So, all TU need to do is play like they do in scrims. And they should beat Peps easy, right? This isn't even that wild, Copium. All reasonable, right? All reasonable. Tomofin and Apply just got signed to Nightmare. Ah, good for them. Thank you, Red Eyes. A gift to Captain Prash. Thank you very much. Welcome, Prashy. Yeah, but you're happy for Apply and Tomofin. Well deserved. Thank you, Megdope, as well. I appreciate the Prime. When you're saying they're going well in scrims, who are they beating? Who did they beat? Let me remember. I feel like it was honestly, not to leak everything, but I feel like it was everyone except for Team Liquid. And TM, but obviously they play some of these teams less than others. Yeah, obviously they didn't play literally everyone, but everyone they played. And there's decent teams in there as well. Yes, Fork, yes. Yeah. Wilder knows. But yeah, also, a big part of the win today is, in reality, I don't think Peps are that strong. Like, I don't think in this version of Peps, obviously they've lost a couple of their key pieces, right? I think Ice and Zodial, undoubtedly their biggest, their best players. So they've lost two of their key players. They're already right. So yeah, prediction-wise, if you ask me to put numbers on it, I mean, never trust TU to do it cleanly, but I think like 3-1 or something. 3-1 TU. Thoughts of a new Gen G signing from Sauna? Thanks, Sauna, mate. Just a Saudi E-League signing, surely. Everyone keeps telling me he's going to be an OWCS, and I'm not buying it for a minute. Not a single second, Sauna. Not a single minute. I'm not buying it so much. I bet $100 with a random chatter yesterday that he wouldn't be their starting support in Stage 3. But as far as Saudi E-League signings go, I think it's a fine player. Gara is for signing, for those who don't know. If you've watched much Saudi E-League, you might have seen him around a few teams over the last sort of year or two. Sort of classic main support hero, main support player hero pool. I got scammed. I've scammed that guy for sure. Not betting on anything Krusty is or isn't doing. Too scary. I mean, to be fair, that's a reasonable counterpoint, but, you know. Happy to put the money on the line. I'll bet another 50 quid that you got scammed. Wait, when you say I got scammed, you mean you think my bet is bad? Or do you mean, even if I win the bet, I'm never seeing that money? Because if it's the second one, both why not? I think what happens is I win the bet and I never see the money. If TU loses this, it's over, right? Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, you could really argue we're already in crisis territory, but a loss today is pretty final, right? I see you guys in YouTube chat as well, but you seem to be having your own nice conversation, so I won't interrupt. It's kind of a scam because if you lose, you're an honourable and beardy crusader and will pay up. But if you win, you probably aren't seeing that money. Yeah. But, you know, if he doesn't pay up, then we'll just shun him from the entire community for the rest of time, you know? Someone only as good as their word. Oh, wait, have I updated the stream title? Am I locked in at all? I literally haven't. Yeah, if they lose today, it's like the whole season's over. Like, put a fork in it, it's done type thing. But I've got faith in Chrissy. Not fork for fork, not you fork. Look, all I'll say, because everyone is obviously, you know, Chris is a very public figure, thanks to the podcast. But all I'll say is, when we finally record an Uncoachable, and there's a huge caveat because it's going to be fucking ages, but when you hear the cope, it's not just going to be the best cope you've ever heard. You're going to buy into it. I promise you. You won't believe me now. See, they're literally applauding me. You won't believe me now, but you're going to buy into the cope as well. Trust me. Just trust me. Trust me. Yeah. No, look, like I said, you guys, you have no reason to believe me now, and I know why you're all doubtful. But I'm telling you the truth. You will buy into the cope. You will buy in. Does Andrew also have a large cope section?
Commander X, why did Christopher not upgrade support but side grade tank when they had 2 top EU tanks already?
Okay, thanks Mazo for the prime. Yeah, for a prime. Sorry, there was another question before. Well, I can answer this one. Why did Chris upgrade support, not upgrade supports? Well, I feel like the tank is definitely an upgrade for starters, right? Like, in terms of what they're looking for, because they're looking for a dive tank, and KSA doesn't fit that, and Chase wasn't really cutting the mustard. So I think Heestung is a good enough player. So I think that's an upgrade. So in that first point, in terms of, and I also think KSA was probably leaving anyway. I think the way it happened is it was sort of gone, but fuck, we're going into it. Psycho asked a reasonable question as well about why no Ilios. Because I don't... Wait, don't tell anyone. I don't think they're going to play that much Ana today, guys. Shh, they're not going to play that much Ana. So they're on Juno. They've changed it up. It's a Sky Juno, a Twilight Brig, Orisa coming out from Heesung. Ken is on the sim, so it gives him a frontline advantage. Kevster backing up to the point here on the Genji. Bit of a tough matchup, and this is going to be harder for Heesung in these neutrals because of that sim damage. But Kevster is on Genji, and it's one of the heroes. You can trust Kevster on a lot of heroes, but it's one you can trust him on most. Unfortunately, the Brig's going to die immediately, so it's a bit of a disaster start despite having all his space. Heesung's going to dive in. He's going to get beamed down as well. And just seems to be a little bit of a miscommunication. Different ideas. Kevster and Kai are still going to trade the backline out of all of this. So they've made it messy, but they have the first cap here. So yeah, it just seemed like a miscommunication. Twilight had walked all the way up, and there was just no one else there. So they get the first point, but Kev's just going to start pressuring it right back. Sim TP to get Tread on point. Deflex coming out. Tread's going to throw a spear into that Deflex as well. They TP back, but Kev's just still capping. He's just going to cap. No point control. The flip is free. Too slow from Zerion here. And now they can play it slower. Remember, they don't want to run into this sim here to you. They want to keep it wide. They want to play for their Lucio Genji, or sorry, their Brig Genji to take reasonable space. They're trying to walk forward now. Bowler's traded out. Kai's going to nail that one onto Ken. Now coming back through. Kevs are onto Zerion, and they have bulldozed them over. Yeah, Ultimate's got map pick. Ultimate's got map pick. We'll finish this round, and I can probably talk a little bit more about it. So, Lucio ban in reality. We all know that Team Peps in reality want to play Kiri Lucio anywhere. So the Lucio and Kiriko... Oh, I didn't mean to pause it. Stupid keyboard. The Lucio and the Kiri ban are going to be two of the most powerful ones for the ultimates throughout this series. Team Peps, on the other hand, they can also maybe target the Juno in return, force them onto difficult ones. Ray's going to come free with a meanwhile from Sky. Blade over the top from Kevster. Symbol is up, but it's not going to matter. The Blade's going to be used to take down the TP. Terror Surge thrown in as well. All of the ult slammed into that one there. TU used about as big a combo as you possibly can. But the Blade puts him over the top there. The Symbol doesn't... In that sort of ult trade, Ray, Terror Surge, Blade, the Symbol isn't actually that useful. It's better in some of the smaller trades. But now it's going to be Rally versus Rally. Kai has a bowler to throw in here. So maybe a Bash bowler could get going if Twilight and Kai can put it together. Walking up already. Team Peps out for choke. Rally comes through. Bash onto Heesung. He's boot back in as well. Twilight's going to rally back. Looking for some Bash value. They drop to the low ground because his sim is coming. Bash back. Twilight tries to get involved. Tread takes down Heesung. Bowler goes out. I think they misses everyone though. No, it kills the TP. Nothing else. They've lost their tank, but they still have decent angles. And yeah, Cookie's just cooked out up top. Kev's just looking for more. FD God dives into Sky. He's just done a little drive-by as well. Kev's is missing completely. FD God with a drive-by. It's Peps now TP onto Force Point a little bit more, and Kev's just kind of firing blanks at the moment. He can keep it contested, playing for a late trade. Gets himself back out to the mini. But nothing. Wait, Heesung's back actually. They can extend this fight, but they do give a flip. Have to be careful here. Tread's going to look for a spear off the map, potentially onto Heesung. Has to be careful. Boot back in. Another whip shot. See you later, Heesung. Off the map. And now back in control, Team Peps. But not a lot to work with. TU also short on the ultimates. Blade is going to be the next one up, but Team Peps should have everything to deal with that. They'll have a Ray, a Terror Surge. Even a bowler soon can cause problems with a Blade. Dash through onto this TP. Zerion's 1 HP, and Kev and Kai just combined for that one. Now more pressure, and Cookie's going to get taken out, but Kev has to reload. Drops and gets for mini as the rest of TU move on to point, but Tread has got a kill with a Terror Surge on Heesung. Tread's pushing in for more. Twilight's still battling away, and Tread's gone too far. It's the only kill Team Peps get. TU are going to flip this point straight back, and now Peps, they need a touch, but out of where? Blade onto the touch. Where you going, Zerion? Nowhere. And TU take it. Chase would have 100 owed. Thanks, Bazo. Buying the cope, never doubted. Counter-reactionary reactions coming through from all of you. All right. So I think part of the reason for Busan is, one, Sanctuary is going to be a key map for him, and we're not going to get to it potentially if TU just close it out here because we're on downtown now. But Sanctuary is going to be a really good map. The Lucio ban really hurts Team Peps. They can force this Juno Brig mirror, I think, on all of them. They're going to play for Winston here as well. Now, if you cast your mind back, you might have heard Chrissy talking about the Chris comp this year. Winston, Juno, Brig. And this is the Chris comp. And they're pretty confident into the D.Va version here. And Tread is going to play D.Va right now, so I think TU very happy with this matchup. Sombra's going to be forced out as well. Kev's already on the back jump as Heesung comes in. Heesung's going to get one shot here, so not the greatest piece of evidence here for the Chris comp, but it's you know, let's get a larger study. let's get a larger body of evidence before we jump to conclusions on this one. Gonna be a quick one and done. Late trade for Kai. It's not gonna make a huge amount of difference, all things in. But okay, bit of a disaster there for Heesung. Will be another neutral. Ken about 25% ahead on this EMP charge as well. Everything else fairly even across the board. They find Kev early as they try and come out through the mega side. Swing out, looking for a hack onto this D.Va. Cancelled, actually, so just a virus to shoo Tread away for now. Now they're trying to get Kai in more meaningful position, but Bolts are coming back his direction. He's got this backline pin. Kev's just going for it as well. Zirion's trying to mark him, but he's just running to a load of bolts. Keep your head on, Zirion. Now pressure onto FD God as well. Kai's forcing him out. Scared of a Sombra, though, so just backs up to his team a little bit. Knows Tread is 1 HP behind because FD God is so far back. They need to finish a couple of these kills. There's the D-Mech. That should seal it. Now they should just be able to walk forward, takeover. Just don't trade or anything for TU now, and they should have complete ability to flip. Ken's going to dive in for one more, but Kai's going to drop every movement ability. No escape for Ken there. I'm going to turn the volume up a bit. Get some game volume. Okay. Oh, we're getting a pause anyway. Wait, I think I pause for a second so I can gain a second here, guys. Is it the best comp of all time? Yes. Yeah, in general, it's just, it's really good into D.Va, I think is a big part of it. I think it's pretty well-rounded in terms of still got decent healing. More survivable than the Anna Brig in a lot in these smaller maps, you know, like we see on Mecha Base, like we see on Downtown. So maps where it's small, but there's still high ground, right? Still high ground you want to exploit where maybe you would play a D.Va. But if I'm TU, do I want to take a D.Va mirror against Tread when it's like one of Tread's best heroes? Or if I can play Winston, would I rather just play Winston into it? You know? Like, historically, Winston's always done very well into D.Va. The bubble timings are very hard. And I think the way this mirror is, Juno Brig versus Juno Brig and Winston versus D.Va, it ends up being, like, quite brawly more than anything else, right? We saw in the previous series for Virtus Pro. What did Gala say? What did Gala say? He said, versus Juno Brig, D.Va can do nothing. But Winston can. Winston can be a lot more involved around the bubble timings. We need to be nicer to Chrysler. If we ruin his mental health and he has to leave, he'll only get replaced by a real coach, mentally boomed, and then TU will start winning, and nobody wants to see that. When there are pauses like this, no, it's we don't do technical pauses in Overwatch, so this is all technical. What are they doing? They selling a stadium shirt? Maybe this is a sponsored break. Alright, if I buy a stadium t-shirt, can we watch the rest of Busan? Is this a shakedown? Can somebody buy this shirt so we can watch the game? Alright, we're on pause. Somebody bought the shirt. Thank you to whoever bought that shirt and allowed us to watch the rest of Busan. Everyone get their coins ready to top it up. Alright, back in control from TU at the end of all that. Ken has the earlier EMP though, so TU have to be careful. Needs to scout out that Sombra. Sombra's on the point, and Sky has seen him now. TP onto the high ground to go for the EMP, and Sky has been one shot out of that. No ults to respond with, but Kai has killed FD God. Kai's killed two, actually. Tread is forcing point, but he's got no backline anymore. And Tread, yeah, writing on the wall, resets and once. That's an EMP and a fight loss here for Team Peps. 4 ultimates on the board. 4 the ultimates. Team Peps have a lot of stuff to mirror it as well, but the EMP over the top will do a lot here. Have to say Primal should in theory be more value more consistently than the D.Va bomb will be. Unless, of course, you're Zia and you've got a Poker bomb up your sleeve. Why are we dinging? EMP from Kevster, it's good. It only gets a 1-for-1 trade, though. Heesung's still going deep. Ray has come out from FD God in all of this, trying to push back. Rally's out from Twilight Bow. Sky has Ray advantage. Not opting to invest it right now, and TU happy just to take the trade, hold their position at the choke. Pressure onto Heesung now. Torpedo's coming through as well. Heesung might have to primal if he's not careful. He primals now. Hack onto Tread 2. Rally from Zirian to survive that. But Array over the top. They keep swinging, but they've lost Kai. More pressure onto the back line. Heesung's trying to mark point. Not just a bit of a mess, an absolute travesty of this ult advantage here, TU. The primal gets nothing. The Ray gets nothing. And it seems using ults lose you fights. Ken uses EMP, Peps lose the fight. TU use Ray and Primal into a rally, lose the fight. It doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Now we're coming down to crunch time on this. Kai has for bowler. Tread has for self-destruct. Ken is going to get this EMP mid-fight though. Oh, no, right. Oh, Ken is so low, actually. Ken manages to get out here. They're walking forward. Now they can brawl on the Diva. Look at the damage trying to go into Tread. He does have self-destruct if he gets in trouble. He's trying to clear the Winston, but look at Kai. He's only got eyes for one man, and it's Tread. Desperate trying to force that D-Mech. Take-aim bolt goes in. Tread on 2 bars of HP. They've lost Heesung, though, so they have to slow it down now, TU. They can't keep going. Didn't get the self-destructs out. Now the EMP to get the stagger kills. Twilight will fall. And the touch is going to be so strange right now. Is Kev still behind? Is Kev still in position for it? He is. He's going to trigger that overtime. He has to try and play his live. Can Heesung get the next touch? He's running for it. He's going to drop onto it right now. Kai has swung back and killed 2. He shut down the bowler as well. Kai will die for it, but Kai might have just clutched. Heesung anchoring onto point. He needs help. He needs support. There's a Diva on his arse who still has self-destruct. Twilight gets involved. He gets the D-Mech. He's trying to kill the baby. Needs to kill the baby. They get it with the virus. Twilight finishes it. Nearly has the rally for this as well. Still 15%. Still a chance for Peps to touch. Look how close the supports are. Ults are for Team Peps. They're able to get right back into this, but Kev nearly has the EMP. Kev's 97, he's been found. Needs the last 3%. Twilight can match for rally, but the Ray is too much. But Peps, they don't have the support ults yet. Twilight wants to push. He's all over the Brig. He kills the Brig before rally. He wants more. Eyes on the Juno as well. Twilight's going all the way. He bashes in for more. And Twilight's just getting it all done. EMP bowler on point to make sure Tread gets immediately D-Mech'd. And TU. As expected, are back. And Tread was still respawning, right? I think he was the last to die in the previous one. I can take a quick rewind, but if I remember right, Tread was respawning though. It's yeah, because it's the baby that died last, wasn't it? Yeah. So I don't know if we can get a clear view on where Tread is. Yeah, like he's just simply not here yet. Yeah, I mean, it's a good decision by Twilight to go so early because like Tread is here now, but it's too late, right? It's too late in overtime and stuff as well. And yes, car dealer. What was the link for it? What was the command? Database? Not perks. What was the command? Imari's gonna find it. Spreadsheet? Is it comps database or something? No, that's for the replay codes. Comps? Comp database. Alright, thank you, Imari. So yes, car dealer. Imari's found it, thank you. Sorry, there were some more questions. Some sarcastic. Does this mean TU are the best in the world? Do they win Riyadh now? Is the slingshot? Yep, yes to all of that. Thanks, Wilder. Didn't know Sky was allowed to get off Brick. Cheers. Cheers, Muse. Does being a co-streamer give you access to the broad? Yeah, if you're officially partnered co-streamer, you get access to what's called a clean feed, which is just in-game audio and the interviews between, but none of the caster audio or desk segments. Do I know when the partner skins are coming out? Soon. I've seen like early versions of them, I guess, and yeah, like I think I don't know how long the process takes, but they looked fine to me when I saw the early version. Looked fine to me. I don't know how many steps of like, you know, Blizzard, big company, corporate nonsense, but I don't know how many steps there are to get them officially approved and in the game, but I don't think we're far off. Thanks, Power Tweaker. Good fort. Good fort. Can we see points? Oh, yeah. Good point about the points. Close that. Close that. Get that. Where am I going? Peps versus TU. Oh, wrong one. That one. Generate. Ooh, he sunk on 0. Kevster on 6. Kai on 5.5. 2.5 Sky. 1 Twilight. Cookie's got positive. Tread's actually got the highest scoring tank there. +3. Zerion on a -5. He was probably the player who struggled the most on the Brig. I mean, it's part of the reason they want to lean away from this Juno Brig backline. It's not a good look for Team Peps. They look much better every time they play Kiri Lucio. But obviously, the Lucio ban makes it really, really hard to play Kiri Lucio. So it's kind of fair enough. I'm predicting PSG for the Champions League. Oh wait, I'll leave the numbers up for a bit longer. I rushed off them there. Yeah, I'm not sure this. I think it's a reasonable question. I mean, Brig has never been FD God's strongest hero, so maybe they prefer it this way round. I don't know if there's a swap in mind, right? Because what they can do with the comp this way round is FD God can stay Juno, and Zerion can swap between Kiriko and Brig, right? But Bafilda style swaps, or even Anna if they want to, even though nobody really plays that much Anna. So, I think it's like a swap theory thing. But obviously, if they're just stuck playing Brig, I wouldn't know. I don't know why they don't do it the other way around. It feels like it should be better on paper, but it's a reasonable question. Bans were Lucio from TU, and then it was a Tracer ban, wasn't it? I think a Tracer ban, not really that consequential one, because Kev will just play between. Kev can go Genji, Kev can go Tracer. Suits both for comps fine. Astro goes 10k on Peps. What do you know about Peps on Circuit Royale, Astro? What do you know? What are your secrets? Isn't the Tracer ban supposed to enable the Juno Kiriko? I don't think necessarily, because I think the Genji still fills a lot of the roles. I feel like if anything, the Tracer ban probably actually makes Sombra a bit easier. Let's see if Chris bans Weaver. Weaver ban would be good here. So Astro and Ice both feeling like a Weaver ban. FD God. They call him the French Rack. Top 3 most annoying heroes in a game. I mean, did we ever tell you, Astro, about all the times when we used to play Ryan on London? People would play Lifeweaver against us. And don't tell anybody because it will ruin Ryan team's day. But Lifeweaver is so annoying for the Ryan team to deal with. It's so hard. So hard. And what would happen, the number of times we would hit a Blizzard, or Hattie would hit a Shatter, and then, all at the same time, just go, fucking grip. Just impossible ability to remember. That is available for them. Frustrating. Fire Strike should go through Petal. Don't get Hattie started. Don't get Hattie started, or we'll be here all night. But you're right. Yeah, Didi knows it. Alright, so where are we? Team Peps have banned Sim. TU have banned Zen. More worried about the Zen. You think the bans are swapped? I mean, it would make more sense if Peps protected support. And that TU banned Sim. Yeah, it would make more sense on paper, right?
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
We'll see if they correct, but for now, comp-wise, TU are starting with, they said earlier. Oh, okay. You sure did, Backbone. I talk about our mental getting ruined by Lifeweaver, and Backbone just gets summoned. So it was the other way around. Okay, this makes a little bit more sense. Support protect coming out from Peps. Yeah, the HUD goes off now. Seems like they're fixing it. So that makes a little bit more sense. Take the sim away on a map. That's pretty good for it, right? The power of the sim when you play the Orisa Mirror is in the front line. And Circuit Royale, there's kind of no side. It's mostly just a frontline map until you get to third. A little bit of a swing through from Tread. He's going to get pushed back for now. But it means a Genji Freya mirror, something they'll be pretty happy with. Zirion is on the Illari in all of this. So in theory, the slower fight is better for him. More chance for Zirion to have an impact. A bit harder for Twilight. Twilight's going to catch a spear for now. As we're in just a Freya fight, Genji dash from Ken. Kai's been forced into the open, but Kev's just found the trade. FD God went for a torpedo swing. Kevster was right there. Twilight is being kidnapped a little bit here. And he's not going to live. Tread is 1 HP though. He's body blocking him back in. Yeah, they get the kill. It's a positive kill tank advantage now as well. Kev's just going to slow it down. TU have suffered some trades here as well. So they're going to play it safe. 3v3, back it up. FD God is there now. He's going to try and deny the cart moving too much more. Kevster's there too. Both teams going to come back to full strength. Zirion has the captive Sun. Is a Ray nearly available for Sky? Quicker than FD Gods. All the combos coming online a little bit quicker for TU as well if they want to go. But Zirion wants to start the fight. Captive Sun, but dodged by Kai. It's a whiff. Now the Ray comes out as they flood forward. Ken is in there deep. It's a 1-for-1 trade only as they push forward with the Ray. Kev's just going to fall as well. And now Zirion has his position. Terra Surge in the back from Heesung. He gets 1 kill, but he needs to kill the Juno, but he can't. It's too far. Turns onto the Illari. A wall blocks all of that Terra Surge, damn it. Twilight is on the run. Tread is low HP. Whip shot gets the Megavo. Not quite done yet, but is massively outnumbered. Spear's going to be blocked. Heesung will clean all of that up. Heesung regroups with the team. Good listening from Heesung. Brings it back. Regroups with the team. 2 minutes off the clock already. Did have to burn the Ray, so we are looking at Ray advantage now. Choice for TU. Hold forward. Try and force the Ray out from FD God and play to Kai. But could be a bit risky because Ken's got the Blade to combo with. Or if you want to use Rani Blade to beat Ray Blade, what you need is you need to play aggressively. You need Twilight to go in with this bash. You need something high value. You need to one-shot people. Blade's going to come out around the corner from Kevster. Ray in response, so they're just going to try and force it. Kev's just going to try and kill through anyway, but he's all alone. Now Ken pops the Blade. Rani from Twilight, but they have to back it up. Someone is behind the hedges, do they know? Oh, they really do know. Twilight's trying to get over there to pack him, but Kai is very much trapped in there. He's trying to get out. Oh, I think it's Sky actually trapped in there. That's even worse. Tread's going to go try and cut him off as well. Yeah, Sky's in big trouble. Sky doesn't make the disengage at all. Ken's going to dash through and finish that one off. Heesung is trying to respond, but he's just all in there. Twilight is with him. The Koreans are trapped in the room. They're forcing the payload. No one can touch. Somebody needs to touch. The Koreans are stuck in the room. There's not enough support. Kai gets the kill. It's a C9. And it looks pretty winnable, like they survived that, but they locked up the Koreans. Bit of an overlay jump scare. Don't worry, I see it too. You're not going crazy. And Team Peps get a chance on second point. Terra Surge coming back. Tread isn't too far behind, so Terra Surge versus Terra Surge. Captive Sun can be an awfully powerful combo with that one. Obviously, so can the Ray from Sky. But Zirion's getting very close to that. Last one was a whiff. Need a connect on this one from Zirion. Pockets up, Ken. Looking for his opportunity. Peeking through the left-hand side now. Payload's moved a pretty long way. Heesung's going to walk forward now. Captive Sun in the back. He's going for it. Goes for the air shot. Hits the wall shot. The splash damage allows him to kill Kai. Now he's got eyes on the Genji as well. Opening pick for Zirion, but a Terra Surge in the back from Heesung. But he kills FD God. They still have the Ray, but they are players down. Torpedoes as they try and disengage. They just want to live here, TU. Retake with the Ray. Team Peps aren't chasing for too many more, though. Heesung's coming back fast on D.Va. He's going to have to do a lot of anchoring the point, though, and they're going to push straight into this Terra Surge here. Difficult fight for TU. Javelin getting charged up, will get eaten. Trying to walk through, looking for that Terra Surge, but they're far enough back with the Ray, actually. Kai isn't, though. Kai will die. Ray coming through from Sky. Twilight has the Rally available as well. Peps are trying to disengage, but Tread, he can't quite. He gets the spin-off now. Bowler out in response, but Tread dies on the way out. FD God didn't have the Ray yet. Now the Rally comes through from Twilight. They're all disengaging anyway, Pep, so they have to back it up. FD God wants to turn with the Ray. Ken with the Blade, looking for more. The whip shot is good. Twilight needs more help. Not enough. Dashes through onto the backline. 2 for Ken and back out again. Heesung needs trades. Kai is too low to help him. Heesung's going to dive in there. Doesn't have the bomb. And this will just be second point going over. The Ray turn from FD God sets up Ken for that finish for Ray Blade. And now, on to third point, 2.5 minutes. It was a pretty slow start from Peps, but this starts to look like a much more reasonable position now. TU sticking with D.Va here on third point. Looks like they want to come coast initially. Tread can gatekeep this door quite a lot, but TU can use the lower door as well. Heesung's going to fly through the top. Kevs is peeking through lower, but struggling to really get any space at the moment, TU. Now they come through. Blade is going to be popped onto the backline here. Lots of damage. Kevsa connects with one. Only a 1-for-1 trade. They're all low as Heesung floods out now. Heesung and Twilight get another 2 kills, so doesn't give the Blade value himself, but the Blade gets value. Full team wipe off the back of Nat, and Kevsa can regroup. Bowler, Bomb, not the most meaningful ults available from TU. Captive Sun is the big one to worry about, but a lot easier to deal with it now. You can eat it as well. Heesung's going to keep eyes on that, and Kai is just going to try and keep everyone pinned in at this choke for as long as possible. Kev's just going to mark this right-hand side. Captive Sun comes through, sends out early. Any connect? They're flying to get the trigger. Did they get Sky? Yes, they do get the pop. 1-for-1 trade, though. Kevster finds the Alari flying in there. Now they want the Juno. No pocket available. Bowler's been eaten by Tread, but more pressure onto FD God. He needs the peel. Tread is trying to play for his own backline kills. He's found one. FD God is still so low, but Matrix is not enough. They find the trades. Hey, we're close enough to the sports here for Peps that they'll win the fight in the long run. Heesung's going to bomb. They think they can go for a retake here. Heesung dropping for the remake with team. Kevster will deflect to get him out. He lives with the bomb at least, but a bit not the highest impact. Double support ult coming up for TU. That's advantage as well. Zirion also onto the Kiri now instead of the Alari. So can support Ken more directly on a lot of these phalanx. I don't know how to say that word. Can be a bit more aggressive. But now, though, it's just a battle in main. Trade of cooldowns. Twilight down to half HP. We'll get top back up. And TU will continue to anchor this. They have support ult advantage if they want to force the fight here, TU. Swing around the corner. Kev's just going to get low. They take through with the rally. Pressure on. I think they were hoping to force the Ray, but FD God doesn't quite have it yet. So this is going to be completely kited from Peps. Now the Ray to hit back. Kitsune Rush to follow. There's also a Blade to go into this one. Difficult fight for TU. They really need to either kite this Ray or play for trades. Blade coming in. No choice to kite now. They have to go forward. Oh, the slip. Sky's going to get dashed on. He does get him, but he's pulled Ken away from the fight. Not the end of the world. 1 kill for a Ray Blade, and they get the trades. Couple of really key trades here. Kev's just going to get another one as well. Kev's just pulling the Blade. He thinks he can win it just right here, right now. Kills Ken, avoids the bomb. Remake does go through, but a couple of slashes and a bit of damage is going to put Tread on the back foot. FD God is back on Lucio right now, but Heesung it's on the hunt. Heesung's going to be careful not to lose mech. Matrix to try and save FD God, but Tread doesn't have the Matrix to save himself. Now Twilight is back, and he is swinging. He's caught a bowler, though, and a Kitsune Rush, so he is dead. The swinging is over. FD God taking over touch. Back on point. Kyle take care of that one. Now it's Cookie who has to touch. Heesung shuts that one down. Self-destruct out from Heesung. Recall for one more touch from Ken. They're low on resources. Zirion is there as well. 2 low HP, and they do give a touch eventually.
Score 0-2.
Oh. Attacker's advantage. KD Bomb playing for points. This is the Heesung remake you're talking about, KSA. That one was for all of Heesung's fantasy owners. He's done 18 and 3. It's not too bad, right? It's not too bad. FD God, Kai with the most deaths, Twilight 6 deaths as well. Yeah, and actually Heesung looks like the top scorer coming out of this, actually. Maybe Cookie not too bad either. Alright, it's happening, huh? It's happening. The Lifeweaver's a defense hero. They're going to play Farah and Alari with this as well, so very much a just hold a fixed space, win the spam. Twilight is going to go Anna here, potentially. Might just be a sleep out of spawn as well. We'll see if he keeps it. Wonder if Heesung chooses to go D.Va a bit into this. The D.Va seems like really good into the Farah, good into the Lifeweaver, good into the Alari. Yeah. Alright, Heesung same page. So now they've got an Ana Juno, which means they've got speed for the Diva, nade timings to throw at this backline, and potential nano timings for Heesung as well. So Heesung is going to very much play to be the carry here in a lot of these situations. They need to be very careful around the nade. And they need to be very careful around these speed ring timings. Those are the ones where the backline can get hit. But look how far back Zerion is. He's on the bloody petal. They made him a high ground. Another petal going out as they choose to back it up. They have a life grip as well as a bit of an insurance policy. FD God just keeping his eyes on Tread in case he needs it. But Tread's got more cover. Little javelin out. And he's taking a lot of damage here. But they can top him up. Just need to be careful here, Heesung. Can't afford to get demeched. Flying back now, trying to boop in Tread. Kevs is in. Deflex for the team as well. Eyes on this nano charge. But forget about nano charge. There's nearly bloody a tree from FD God. The Alari pilot's doing minimal healing, so FD God is actually doing 100% of the healing for him. So it's an early tree. What can you do with a fast tree? We'll find out. 10% to go for FD God long before this nano comes in. Kai's going to get the pick onto Kenvo. Tread already on the back foot. They might not even need it, but they've got the tree to turn. Bowler comes out onto the back line there. They give the petal to try and avoid the damage. Tread is DP'd right now with a tree. The tree's in the back line though. There's no Tread for tree. Tread is going to have to just try and anchor the point here, but he's stuck in the corner. He gets gripped back to the tree, but who's going to touch? Tread has to leave the tree, get back to the point. Cookie's found a trade with this bowler actually. They're just contesting. Tread is so low though. And now Cookie's getting marked out by Heesung. Big trouble for him. Does have life weaver pocket, but they've cleared for point in all of this. Really needed a tree on point for Tread. I know the backline needed it as well. Like, who doesn't need a tree? But just meant Tread was in such a strained position trying to get the touch there. Couldn't sustain. And TU with a quick first point. Kuffer from GK, the resident Lifeweaver expert team. Alright, Ray, Blade, Bomb, all available. It's an early Ray. Terror Surge in there from Tread. He's going to take a lot of damage. Does kill Twilight, though. Lots more damage onto Tread. Down to half HP. Kev is going to get the deflect just in time. He needs a bit of help. Kai comes in, but now Kai's been kidnapped. Does kill him, though. The kidnappee becomes the kidnapper, I guess. And TU will clean up that fight. Ray for Terror Surge. Not the worst trade, honestly, for Team Peps. But the problem is there's still this Blade and this Bowler as they try and come back out in this choke. Tread swapping just to get back from spawn a little bit quicker. And Team Peps, because of all these swaps, just no bloody ults. No bloody ults to withstand this Blade. No ults, nothing to deal with the Bowler. Even the self-destruct can be a problem. Speedring is up now. Get ready for the hit into the backline. Kev's just looking for his target. Heesung's going to make the move. Blade comes through. Eyes on the Lucio. Fortified there, so he turns to deal with the Genji behind. Ken's giving him a little bit. Wasting his time a bit, but not too much. Tread has to touch now. No choice. Kai just waits for the easy Bowler there. 2 support ults versus nothing. Easy enough for TU. Clinical. 4.5 minutes on the clock. Kuffer, I brought you in. If you disappoint me, Kuffer, don't read your messages for a while. Poma back now on the hazard. Taking the high ground. Heesung marking that for now. Still no real ults online for Team Peps. Just about this Kitsune Rush, actually. They're going to get towards point. Twilight is maybe trapped in here. Yeah, Twilight's really trapped in here. There's a wall behind him. Twilight's going to be an easy kill. They did Kitsune Rush for it as well, so it's one ult full reset for Team Ultimates. They can get out of there. They're coming up to their rally and race timing, which will be really their key timing to go. Choice now for Team Peps, because they have beat Blade, which is an aggressive combo. Hard for TU to live. But do they want to drop both of them? Bowler's going to get eaten initially by Heesung as they try and come through the choke. And Tread is just going to get finished off. The beat is late. Oh, no. They trade Twilight for it. There is no rally, at least. Ken pulls the Blade, and they might still win this one. But it is far from pretty. Heesung's dropped the bomb. Kevster will finish off Ken. Heesung back into mech. KD preserved for the Heesung heads. More pressure onto this backline. Desperate disengage from Peps. They don't have a lot of time to disengage. Tread is back just in time. Wall has been eaten by Heesung. Now the Ray on point. There's a rally too. What can Peps do? There's so much damage on this. Tread's down to half HP. FD God is one. The bash through. The hazard's finished off. They're just walking it over in the end. And TU will take the second map. Just about 3 minutes to spare. Ken will be the last to fall. And who was worried? Who was worried versus who had unwavering support? KSA, KSA remembers this situation well. Look, KSA, sometimes you get reverse swept by Peps, but it wouldn't happen twice in the same year to the same team, would it? No. No. All right, let me give you some points and then I need to grab a drink because it is warm in here. Another 11 points for Heesung, 9.5 for Kev, minus 1.5 for Twilight. Cookie's done alright out of that, actually. 3 points for a losing hit scan. Alright, let me grab a drink and then I'm back with you. I'll leave you on the highlights, actually, out of respect. Drop an advert now out of respect as well. I need the cold drinks. It's warm in the UK today, so it is a sweatbox. A sweatbox. What have I missed? Subs, bans, what are we talking? Cold can on the forehead. It helps. New Junk City, Juno ban. So TU look like they're going to play relatively the same comp, but with Baptiste instead. So just going for a side grade option here. So no speed for TU, but we've seen some Bat Brig semi recently in Korea. So crazy, was it Crazy Raccoon who did it, I think? And they looked good for it as well.
Initial flashpoint.
Going to be Kiri Lucio on the other side. So I think this is good for Peps. This is the backline they want to play. I think Peps ideally would have been hoping for a Kiri Lucio mirror, but TU have an alternate solution. Tracer for Kev. Genji for Ken. Both teams just taking a bit of early space, but Baptiste is actually pretty good into the Orisa. Like, just really, the damage output is not insignificant at all. Heesung's gone pretty deep with that. Lamp is going to be forced out early, not in time to save Kaivo, and Heesung is in there. Heesung is in there as well. They were busy dealing with that. The Lamp doesn't... Heesung doesn't find anything on his engage. The Lamp doesn't save Kai. Disaster all round, and a very quick and decisive fight for Peps. Easy control of this choke now. And I think one of the limitations of the Bat Brig in many ways compared to the Juno is the Juno's a bit better at playing independently. In terms of if the Brig wants to move a bit wider to support the Tracer more often, take more of these side fights as we often see, the Juno's better at that. Whereas the Bat needs the Brig, I think, in a lot more situations to not get run over by the Orisa. Kitsune Rush comes out from Zerion, no ults just yet, so it's a full disengage attempt for Lamp to try and survive. Sky is up in the air, Ken is all over him, Sky gets the kill, finishes with the melee, Sky's gonna live for now, Heesung's died, oh he only lives for a second. Kevs is still trying to force the flip, but there's too many people for him to deal with it. FD God is on the hunt, and Kevster expects FD God to chase, but FD God not falling for it. Late trade onto Cookie. Kevs is still lurking around here. Was trying to get the flip again. Oh, he's going to die late, actually. So this touch is cooked now. Yeah, this is going to be first point going over with the way of Peps. 9 out of 10 he chases. FD God, though. Not today. Not today. And that early Kitsune Rush advantage is converted into an early point as well. We're moving over to the Junkyard Workshop, point D. Beat available for FD God as well. And this is going to be another good ult. Like, the Kitsune Rush beat timings are great times for him to just overwhelm the Bat. So we look at Peps' position right now. They are holding close to the choke. They're going to mark Kevster on the flank. And if they think this Baptiste gets too close, they're going to go. Terror Surge comes out. Window in response. Forces for Lamp out. Terror Surge back. FD God's not dropping the beat, actually. It's getting a little bit messy, but they continue to pile through onto the Baptiste. And you see some of the limitations of the Baptiste here. Can't get out. Twilight wants to rally, though. He wants to win. Pushes Zero into Kevster. Kevster's got 2. Kevster's just going to go cap. Trusty's seem to deal with the remaining player. It's a 2v2 out here. Tread's half HP, though. He's on the run. He's got a fortify. Twilight's died behind him, actually, so they've not won this 2v2 at all. Kevster's back in the mix now, though. Trying to pressure Tread. But see, you have to rush back to point to keep this one contested, because Peps can just come straight back in. They're going to be at 5 quicker here. Late death for Twilight. He's out of the fight for a while, and this beat is still available for FD God. I think just a poor decision. I think FD God thought the fight was more won than it actually was. The trades end up doing a lot. Blade comes through early, looking for this one. Twilight tries to go back. Lamp is going to get taken down, though. Now onto the back line. The Blade does its job. It's actually only a 2-for-2 trade, but no heals for TU. They've lost the flip as well. Tread's also low, but more pocket beat from FD God. Oh. Well, they won the fight. They won the fight, and they successfully convert that 4v2 with a bit of a helping hand from the beat. Kitsune Rush is available for Zerion, so Peps do have more things to throw at this Baptiste. The Kitsune Rush was successful, the Blade was successful getting the kill. But gonna miss that beat, I think. Kev's just gonna try and play for the point, so Peps are gonna be limited with how far forward they can go. An early recall forces, a nice one from Cookie. Allows Peps to play. You see Peps are just playing around point now. Can sucker TU in. You look at Sky, trying to play as far away as possible. He's scared of this Kitsune Rush. They're trying to walk up now. Twilight takes a couple of take-aim bolts. Trying to mark all sides. Heesung makes some aggressive move with his Terror Surge. Moves in. FD God under pressure, really low. Kev can't finish the kill, though. Terror Surge pulls Kev back in. They're awfully low. Lamp goes up, but they're killed through it. Lamp is going to fall. Can't save Twilight. And this is looking good for Peps right now. More pressure onto the back. And this is 2 points in a row.
flashpoint. Bomb flats.
Quick check on the numbers. 15 and 0 for Tread. Any Tread heads? Might be a good time to be a Tread head. Why'd we get some music? A little interlude? Tell the band to chill out. They'll have their time. Peps are going to be on point first here. Coming back with the window here to you. Tread has moved close to the choke. Do they know they're right there? No, Tread's going to try and pounce on this Baptiste. Sky's getting taken for a ride. Window and a lamp. Sky needs all the help in the world, but he can't live. He has killed FD God for what it's worth, but Tread's good for 2. 3v3 now. Pulse Bomb out. Kills Cookie with that one. And they're going to get the flip. So they get the Baptiste, but TU find the trades this time. And it feels like TU, they've not really managed to solve keeping the Baptiste alive in these situations, but they have at least traded the kills out positively. We're going to go back to a brawl on point. Sky is coming back on Moira now to try and live, and they weren't all fully back actually, so it's a very late death for Tread. TU had control of a point for a while. So yeah, if you can't stay alive, just go Moira. TU have also got Twilight on Kiri now as well, so Kevs is going to be even more turbocharged in this. And the idea is kind of the same, right? Now Sky has more survivability than he did on the Baptiste, and they just want Heesung, Kev, and Twilight to play for trades if Team Peps try and play aggressive. It started to work a little bit more already in the last couple of fights, but TU need it to start working perfectly, really. Kev's going to get all the way around and start forcing point. Take aim bolt from Kai. Deflex has been forced as well. Kai's going to kill Zerion, but beat comes through now. Not in time for Zerion, though, so they can't use this Kitsune Rush. Blade to chase down this Freya, and that's going to kill that one, but doesn't quite get the dash reset. Now onto Sky, but he's got a fade now. He disappears. One more slice. They have got 2 kills out of this. Heesung's still battling away, but Deflex involved too. Forced back. Kev's is still lurking around. Pulse Bomb available. Sky has regrouped with the team, but Moira lives. Now they walk forward. Terror Surge from Heesung to try and live, but it's not enough. Kevster, he's still got the Pulse Bomb, but doesn't need to try and clutch this fight. They have 99%. They can play for retake. Kev's is going to play to live here, actually. Just about gets those minis in time. And for the first time in what seems like all of this New Junk City, Sky is going to live the entire fight. Nearly has a Coalescence, but not a lot else. Heesung's gone Diva as well. So again, the aim of the game here is very much just to ignore Tread for the most part. Zerion has Kitsune Rush. Kev's already flanking around as Ultimates try and find a way onto the backline. Pulse Bomb's a little bit short for FD God. Kitsune Rush push comes in. TU are going to have to try and scatter, but Kai can't get away. Cookie's swinging forward now. Pressure onto the Moira. Heesung flying in looking for a trade, but Cookie's got full pocket on this Kitsune Rush and an Orisa with him. They are going to be forced back. Terror Surge for the late kill. Heesung has to jump off the map. Needs to be careful not to stagger here. I think Kevster is too far to chase. They're going to have a little look for him, but they shouldn't commit for this. Yeah, they see how far away Kevster is. They come back to point. But there's an opportunity here. Sky is going to have the Coalescence for this next dive. FD God has the beat in 20%. And they want to fight forward, actually. They make the touch hard. Bowler goes out. Doesn't find anything from Cookie. They back up towards point right now. FD God getting very close. Coalescence comes through. Heesung has been demeched, though. FD God 5% from the beat. Tread has died. Do they commit to this now? FD God has the beat if they want to take it 4v5. They don't. They give the flip. Cookie's dead. They just... Safety is for choice. Safety is for choice. Was that a bowler thrown in at the end? Heesung's going to get mech by the time, and TU keep themselves in New Junk City.
Secured.
Heesung has mech back. Ram is the choice for Tread. Don't be surprised if we see Heesung go back onto Orisa when he gets the opportunity. Beat available for FD God now. No Kitsune Rush just yet for Twilight. TU have to kite this one out a little bit. They forced an early fade, actually, and they have all the space on point. Doesn't unlock for 10 more seconds, but Kai's just found one. He's good for it. Ken's taken down. Damage orb going in as well. Bit of pressure onto FD God. FD God's down. They're anchoring point. It looks under control, but it wasn't under control as well. They've just been swarmed, hit from every side. And they win the fight with no ults, TU. Yeah, that's such an important fight to win. You guys thought TU were going to be reverse swept? Maybe it's TU who were going to be the reverse sweepers all along. Moira was the answer. You see, when Chris gets his team to go Moira, it's flirting. When Hunter gets his team to go Moira, it's sexual harassment. FD God coming in with a beat push now to match this Kitsune rush. Trying to find it down, but TU are going to kite it out as best they can. Heesung's taking a lot of heat right now, but has for self-destruct if he gets in trouble. FD God regrouping with the team. Kitsune rush over the top from Zeri now as they keep hunting it down. Suzu, but TU have done a pretty good job scattering and juggling the touches here. Heesung's taking a lot of the heat. He still has that self-destruct, remember, he goes for it. Drops underneath to try and get the remake. Kai's found Ken during all of this as well. And it's Kai every time. TU are juggling the touch between their Diva and their Tracer and everything else, their Kiri. And Kai is just getting all this time in the world to find picks, and he's delivering. Now hunting down the Lucio if he can. Can't find that one, but they'll kill it on point. And they're going to take this point as well. 2-2 on New Junk City. Heesung's not swapping either. I don't think he's really had the opportunity yet. Because, yeah, he got back into mech, didn't he? So, yeah, it has not had the opportunity to swap yet. Now they have Coalescence as well. Can force this Annihilation maybe a little bit early. Wait, Heesung's in so much trouble. Heesung's in so much trouble. Oh, they're just going to have to give the first flip over here for free, I think. Pulse Bomb attempt behind from Kev. Heesung can only take so much attention at Chogus for Baby Diva. Oh, yeah, they got in a right mess there. Compare that to the previous point where Heesung's touching, taking a lot of attention and surviving, but it's a Shibao situation as Heesung gets caught for nothing before the fight. Means Tread gets to keep hold of this Annihilation for the next fight. FD God hooning towards another beat too. Difficult situation. Damage orb from the side. Sky looking to use the Coalescence from this side, actually. Trying to find an angle on the backline. There we go. Tries to force the TP out. Pressure onto the Lucio as well. FD God doesn't have that beat just yet. Pressure on. The backline's in trouble. Kev's just there with Sky. Bola connects onto Ken on the other side. And Sky and Kev, they're good for it. Regroup on for point. They finish off Tread. Tread didn't even use the Annihilation there. And that was all happened before the point unlocked. Did they not cap? I didn't clock it until it was too late. Did they not cap? Was it unlocked? We'll review that afterwards. We'll review that afterwards. Because I swear it was unlocked. Was Kev just stalling it? Kev blinked in underneath. Yeah, Kev was underneath on point, so maybe just heads up play from Kev. Contest for point, Ang manages to get on backline. Alright, coming back in, beat advantage now for FD God. Jumps in, Kitsune rush to mirror it as they try and hold their ground here. Lots of pressure onto this backline, but again, TU, they don't care about protecting their backline. They're going forward. Twilight dies as the Kitsune rush comes out. More pressure onto him as well, but Kai's still finding trades uncontested here. Ken's got the pulse bomb available. No force to fight now. Spear is a miss. Now he's got eyes on this backline. Kai is under a lot of pressure. Gets the mini forces for recall, but they've lost their tank on point, so it should be going back over. But you'd have to think Suzu actually back from Twilight. Tread slow. Is he going to have his Annihilation force? Kevson wants to force it. Wait, Kevson's just going to kill him. Team Peps not playing for the clutch. FD God's got a trade. It's just 1v1s across this entire point. Kevs are still dancing around. Remember, Peps have control of a point here. They're trying to flip it. FD God dies on the objective. They get the flip now. They're trying to finish off Ken as well. Kevster has to recall. Chaos. But Kevster's managed to trade themselves back into it. Annihilation for this retake. Heesung has the Terror Surge. Terror Surge Bola combo available for TU. If they just nail this combo, convert a couple of kills, it's so difficult. Ken's going to go underneath Sky with the opening pick onto Cookie. That'll help. Terror Surge Bola, here it comes. It's onto the Annihilating Ram, but Tread's just stuck up. Spear on him. He's got nowhere to go. He's 1 HP. They're going to flip the point right back now. Tread's still low underneath. They need to finish off Tread. He's back to half HP. Are they dealing with Tread or not? He was 1 HP. Tread survived all of this. He's regrouped with Zerion. More pressure as Heesung comes forward. Tread is still on the run. He's out of form. He's got a shield. Heesung will finish this kill. Peps still in control of point. They can flip it back over right now. They need to play for a late touch here, Peps. They nearly have beat. Bola comes through. Dodged. Pulse Bomb comes through. Also dodged, but no, the kill still goes through. Pulse Bomb out now. Ken's going to trade for it. They need to find the touch. Can anyone make it? FD God is running for it. He dies going for it. No touch. TU reverse sweep New Junk City. 3-0 for TU. All right, should we investigate that touch situation? Was he? Oh, is he Tread's player of the game? Oh, can we? Can we see it? No. Oh. I want to see the play of the game. Alright. It was all the way at the start. Alright, because here it looks really good for it, right? Whoa! Thank you, Twisted Umbrella, for the 10 gifted. Twisted Umbrella, TU 3-0. I'm piecing it all together. Thank you very much, Twisted Umbrella. Go back 20 seconds. All right, so point unlocks now. Yeah, they're immediately on point.
Point unlocked.
Thank you, though. Watch Ken. Oh, yeah, you mean like now, where Ken just jumps off point? On point, on point, on point. Yeah, now this is where... Wait, you can see there, like, through our screen, like, you can just about see it. Yeah, Kevster's got the touch, actually. So Kevster and Twilight get the touch. And then they start walking in from all the other sides. And then his backline is just... in the last place they want to be versus his Coalescence. And it's too easy for him. Do you think they would have capped? I think it's close. Yeah, but the thing is... Like, he would have been closer to capping, right? Because he steps off for a second. But would Kevster not have just gone earlier? You know? Like, Kevster goes when they touch. You know, like, Kevster goes now. But would Kevster not have just gone a little bit earlier? I can't see exactly where they are. Wait, Twilight's... Oh, fuck, it's so hard to see. Twilight's there. I presume Kev is with him, but I can't see. Oh, yeah, he's near with him, right? So, yeah, even if this was a little bit... Yeah, Kev can touch either way, actually. Yeah, so I don't think it made a mistake. I don't think it made a difference from Ken. Yeah, until you clutch it out. Never in doubt, hey? Never in doubt. What's the points for this game? It's a reasonable question. Because that was obviously about as close as you can get. All the way. All 5 rounds. Heesung gets 1. Kev gets 9.5. Yeah, actually, it's... Tread gets 4 still. Credit to him. But Kev gets 9.5. He's the big winner. 3.5 for Sky. That's actually... Because it felt like Sky was getting pounded on the Baptiste. But the Moira feels like a big difference maker. The Moira saved the day now. So, alright. 25 for Kev. 12 for Heesung. 6 for Kai. 13.5 for Sky. That's pretty good. Twilight's at minus 3.5. So I'd... You do what you will with that. On the side, minus 4 for Ken, minus 3 FD, minus 4 Zerion, plus 2 for Cookie, for what it's worth in all of there. It's not too bad. Probably a little bit gutted if you're a Twilight owner and that the team's 1-3-0 and you've ended with negative points. But, I mean, okay. Ignore the numbers. Ignore the numbers. What's the racing of Twilight's Brig? For me, I mean, didn't set the world alight. But I thought he looked better than Sky, actually. I know they're only playing Peps, and there's always, like, you know, weaker opponent, all of that kind of jazz. But, yeah. Like, I thought it was really fine. Like, you can see as well, like, sometimes there's still these same sort of disjointed things where Twilight's just in and nobody else is. A couple of times he just got caught by the hazard. He didn't need to. But actually, a lot of his decision-making in terms of, like, his aggression with the rallies and getting involved felt like he knew what he was looking for in all of these and found some pretty good value with those. So I think better. And Sky's Juno felt fine, really, too. You know, does it make him competitive with maybe, like, the OWCS, the TMs of the world? Maybe that's a much tougher task, for sure. But, you know, they're at least not getting relegated. You know. Player of the match, Kai? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I would have given it Kev or Kai. I thought Kai had a good series, no? Yeah, I thought Kai was getting the better of the Freya trade consistently. He was finding a lot of crucial. You know that Busan clutch? That was all Kai. That was all Kai on that retake. Like, we didn't see it on his POV, so I don't know exactly how it happened, but he gets 2 kills coming back on that retake, which they had sort of no right to do. Yeah, tomorrow if you're looking for Gen G game. Only 2 games in EMEA Stage. That was actually the last EMEA game already. EMEA game already. Getting my stats ruined by Kiri Moira. Cheers, Kai. You played well, mate. Even if you got, even if you weren't getting all the help you needed from your Moira. Sky was busy killing the backline, mate. No, I think Kai was good for it. I mean, either way, either of the KK brothers could have given it to him. Just 2Ks. Very important. We keep... No, just 2Ks. Just 2Ks. Just 2. No more. Strictly no more than 2. No, 2. Only 2. Only 2. No. No. Not indulging you guys. Ben, it's not a club. It's not a club. Fuck's sake, Chris. But yeah, congratulations, Chrissy. Chrissy told me beforehand it was all going to be fine. And Chris is good for his promises. What does this do? Should we look at the table? 7th. 6th. We're staying in the league. Yeah, come on if you want, Chris. We can do a post-match. Cheers, mods. Cheers. Yeah. Hey, Chrissy.
You alright, mate?
Congratulations. You told...
Thank you.
You told me it would be fine. And it was fine.
I mean, it was part of me. I wasn't like so sure as we were playing, you know, but a win's a win.
Alright, so should we start at the top of the series, right? Because... the first question a lot of people had, people were surprised to see no Ilios coming out from the Dive Kings of VMEA.
Well, I told you before, I took the Busan Gambit, you know, and the Busan Gambit paid off massively. So I think we play a little bit less Ana right now than we did before. So, I mean, I literally changed my decision on the map, like,
I was there
before I had the deadline. I was stressing about it, but I was like, I think it's the right decision.
we had an emergency uncoachable meeting to solve the map pick.
No way you've DC'd.
Wait, hello? Hello?
No. Hello?
Hello?
Alright, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Alright.
I was just saying we had like an emergency brains trust meeting to get the map pick over the line.
I did it where like I ask in the Discord, I'm like, this makes sense, right? I should pick Busan. I just get like basically aired. I'm like, oh well, fuck, it's just on me, you know. But it was right, you know, because it was just tempting enough for them to not ban the Winston. I think that was the thing. It was just like, fuck, like it's like, it feels like they're wasting their Winston ban. They probably wanted it for a rainy day, but
that was the gambit then? Like you wanted for Juno Brig Winston into like something Diva matchup?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the idea was just like once they're off Lucio Kiri, I think they're not as strong a team as they are, so that was always the priority. But if they want to play Diva and we play Winston, I think it's okay. The Chris comp, you remember?
Yeah, I was telling them the Chris comp. I was building it up, and then the very first fight, Heesung just jumps in and just Shibao.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, mate, he's fucking cooked. So what can you do? He's just cooked, mate.
But after that, I mean, to be honest, you still actually kind of had to clutch that one pretty hard. But
well, it was like okay, that entire round, the second one, Kai had a bug. There must be a frame. He couldn't right click, so like we're actually just playing. Yeah, we had to like. He couldn't like fucking right click the enemy Freya, so we were just playing left click Freya only until he died. So that's why we paused and stuff.
Oh, so it fixed after. Because I was going to say, because he actually clutches it for you guys in that final fight with 2 kills. I was about to say, did he do that with left clicks only? But he had right click by then. Yeah.
So once we had to give them a free retake because the fucking couldn't shoot. Cookie goes to the high ground and we can't shoot him, so it's kind of annoying, you know.
Just shooting left clicks across the map, like he's suppressing fire's coming, boys. Don't worry, go to point.
But, you know, when it happened, I thought, yeah, I'm just fucking cursed, you know. Like it's just there's actually
one of those
nothing I can do. Just one of those 2 weeks where literally everything that can go wrong just goes wrong, and then yeah.
But yeah, then it felt like kind of smooth sailing for a while until we got to New Junk City. And then what was the...
Yeah.
What's with... Because obviously the Baptiste feels like basically you don't want to change the comp, it's just like a side grade option.
Yeah, I mean the New Junk City Juno ban, it's like we prepped for it, but it's like, it's the hardest, I think, for us. So I guess we'll probably play against it a lot. We saw Crazy Raccoon do it, but I think... Yeah,
it looks a bit better when they did it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, I think they're better at it than us, but I think we figured it out now, so it should be fun for next week.
Was the Moira swap something you had planned, or was that just we just need something to Sky to live?
When we had our TM week, we played tons of different double flex comps, and Moira Kiri is like unironically like something that we did before. Like, I think getting off the Brig made sense against that because the Brig wasn't, like, peeling, and then I actually think the Moira swap was fucking insane. Like, I think if you watch this POV, I'm actually, like, I swear Moira's, like, low-key the best hero in the game. Like, it's actually so underplayed. So we actually have played it quite a lot. Like, it's, like, the same style as, like, just... Actually, I don't want to call it the TM style, but, like, the double flex style that everybody's playing at the moment, you know? So I think it's okay.
Yeah, I figured out what the situation is when your team swaps to Moira, it's flirting, but when Hunter does it, sexual harassment.
Ah, yeah, I mean, it's because Hunter's got no theory, mate. That's the problem, you know?
So, but yeah, all good. People were worried it was going to be a reverse sweep situation after the New Junk City start. There was going to be back-to-back stage reverse sweeps.
To be fair, I don't know. I think it was probably okay because like we were winning the Juno Brig stuff, so I had 2 map picks and bans and stuff. I still had a Kiri ban and stuff, so I think I was like, I wasn't worried when we're losing. I felt like when we scrim them, it's like I have the scrim spreadsheet, and it's only Juno ban New Junk City they win. Like every other map in scrims for like 2 weeks we've won, so it's just
Because in reality, this is good news. Out of the relegation zone, back on track.
Fucking hell.
But
yeah, I don't know. It was like it was so stressful. Like
yeah.
I mean, once I figured out like the importance of today's game, I was fucking skitzing out. So I'm so glad we won actually, because I really don't want to get relegated. You know.
Yeah. It's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as we don't lose to Frosttails next week, I think it's like guaranteed top 4, maybe. Or
top 4,
enough.
really? Okay. Because I was going to ask, because obviously
like,
not getting relegated is not actually your end goal of all of this. It's a little bit higher. So where's the peak now? You get top 4 if you win next week.
I think it's like I was working out because we beat Gen G and Peps. I think the reality is, and my feeling is, Quickie Sports aren't going to win a map the rest of the stage. That's my feeling. So I think they're in really significant trouble. And I think that gives us the tiebreaker over both of them. And then I think if we beat VP, I think we'll finish ahead of VP in third, actually. So
That's your last game of the
I think
season. The last game of the
yeah,
regular
to be
season
fair,
as well.
third and fourth, it's like almost entirely irrelevant in a lot of ways because the way the bracket's going to work out, it doesn't change anything. But
because you both just get upper. It's just which team you play more than anything else, right?
yeah. But so I mean, he gives us a bit of time. It's always nice to have like a few weeks. I mean, I still got some fires to put out here or there, but
It's
significantly less on fire than it was. Like,
it's
it
not
could have
out of
been,
control.
it could have been really on fire, you know.
Like today, we would have been shutting down the streets and the neighbouring streets if we lost here. But now, it's contained. The fire's it's not out, but it's contained.
Yeah, exactly.
All smiles then. Yeah, you're right. So
Yeah.
you won't think because. Yeah, because Quick's schedule is actually pretty hard now. OWCS into TM, Genji in the mix as well, and Peps. Those are,
Yeah.
I guess those Genji and Peps games for Quicks are the real like.
I mean, that
the
last one
deciders
on
for
week
them.
5, like the Peps versus Quick, that's probably like the relegation 6-pointer. So, but that's like such a sweaty game. Like that's gonna feel horrendous for both teams. But my feeling is Peps will be fine.
Okay, DD asks if how well is the Winston Juno Brig doing? Like, because it beats Peps, but you kind of that was a dogfight in that downtown.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
like?
it was a downtown without right clicking and with my tank inting first fight. So I think it's okay. I think it's like, I mean, honestly, mate, I said it between you and me and no one else. I fucking said it in my PowerPoint at the start of the fucking season. Isn't it fucking unreal how long it took us to fucking give it an honest try? But I think it's like a good comp in Europe because no one else can really play it, and I think it like a lot of teams are quite reliant on D.Va, but it's not like a god comp or anything. Like you still for sure need to swap it a lot of the time, but I think it's one of those pieces to the puzzle which we can play, which nobody else, which is quite nice, I think. But yeah,
It's like quite a nice in-between comp as well for like some of these maps. Like I guess like King's Row, downtown's probably a decent example where it's like, and a Brig can be really hard on these maps, but you need a bit more survivability, but it's still good for the Winston.
yeah.
Are you staying around for a bit, or are you celebrating the win?
I don't know. Actually, I'll go. I wanted to go to the pub to potentially watch the football, but I feel like the football's over, mate. I feel like it's already done.
It's already started. I saw someone tell me, spoiler warning if you're staying on it, but PSG have scored. What's the...
Twice now.
Twice?
It's 2-0. Yeah. I mean, I predicted PSG 3-0. I think Inter are the worst team out of the top 4. Like, PSG are incredible, but check the goals, by the way. They're actually just incredible.
YouTube is going to be so upset at me if I watch the goals.
YouTube
is going to really DMCA me if there's one sport or one industry that's pretty tight on copyright, it's any traditional sport.
I'm watching the second goal now. Yeah. It's actually unbelievable how much better they got from selling like the best beer in the world. It's just like, it's actually just ridiculous.
Well, you compare this to when they were like, what was it? It was like Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe at the same time, right? And it was like,
Yeah.
This front three is broken. It's like, apparently only on FIFA though. Doesn't work at all in real life.
I mean, it's like a TU situation, you know? You get all the pieces together and you get relegated. But not anymore. Thing is, I actually think we're going to have I think we're in a good spot to have a better regular season than last stage, so that's good, even though it's been quite doom and gloom.
Yeah, I mean, you did set the bar pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, even last split, we never won any games 3-0 last split, you know. So like
You
both
not?
of our wins have at least been like
Okay.
we always drop them out 0 there, so it's okay.
Yeah, what's next for you guys then? You play... Where am I looking?
Frost Tales next week.
So Slam Dunk, surely. And then
Wow,
VP
you'd
to
fucking
close it
hope so,
out.
wouldn't you? Yeah. But that VP is kind of like a dead rubber, I think, because my feeling is VP, whenever they play TM, I think they're going to get smashed. So I think that probably locks up Cards and TM for top 2. So it's just us and VP playing for like really irrelevant seeding, I think. Yeah, just a bit of pride.
It just depends if you'd rather play TM or Alcad, right? Because I guess you would know at that point which order they're going to finish in.
Well, I think the way it works is seed one's going to pick. So even if you finish third or fourth, you're at Junk Buck's hands anyway. He's gonna. Maybe we just need to look as bad as possible to get the Alcad pick, you know?
Well, you think Alcad are going to win then as well? That's the implication.
Well, I think Alcad have already beaten everybody. So like, Alcad have got no tough games left, right?
Would you say they're the best team right now, though, or is it TM?
Well, I would say TM. I mean, TM beat them last night. And
True,
based on scrims, it feels like TM is like a level above everyone in Europe. Like, actually, like 7 levels above, to be honest.
Really?
So why when we lost 0-3, it was like, I mean, I told you this, but like, TM are, that's how scrims are going against TM. Yeah, like we actually hit them at an unbelievably hot point. Like, our scrims go against them the same way that official went. But scrims against every other team in Europe is really, really fine. Like, not a problem. I just think we ended up looking really bad because I think people didn't realize how good TM were. But I think over time the loss will look less horrendous.
Because but I think the problem more with your loss was like if you lost to TM last week, it would be a bit like whatever, right? Like they're a tough team to beat. It's just because it looked so like unbelievably one-sided.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, our scrims against them are also one-sided, so we got to close that gap.
Obviously, TM's success, a huge indictment against coaches everywhere.
It is like not just me, even Junk Buck losing to it, you know, like the king of coaches. So.